So, hi. In regards to how fake everything in the media is, I want to explain to everyone how it's kind of hard to explain, though. So, these individual men and women that are celebrities, the thing about part of the lie about it involves the fact that the consumer or the general public never actually view the flesh and blood individual, man or woman, celebrity. And this is done, well, I can explain to you how it's done in part through the technology that's used. So the technology, and also that it is used using a clone. And part of anyone's potential ineptness to understand exactly how it's made, how the media is made, and it's promoted the idea that it uses a flesh and blood man or woman individual to make what we view as the media, to explain what a clone actually is. So a clone is like not like you and me, it's not human. It doesn't, it doesn't have programmed a brain where it has access to information because it's a clone, right? It's just like if you were created yesterday, like literally born yesterday, and they just sprang up out of that primordial ooze, so to speak, but it wasn't taught anything. Like you and were taught by adults since we were a little wee baby to read and perceive and understand notions and things of nature and stuff that makes sense, how to, procure your needs on a daily basis and things of that nature. They don't, I don't even know how a clone would understand language when it's spoken to, because they were just literally newly created, like in a petri dish. um and it it's kind of cool how, little babies, well, like scientists say they don't know how little babies are able to understand and learn language at the rate that they learn it, because because of their young age. It's not scientifically possible, and they cannot verify scientifically how little children like age 2 or under can take in language and understand it and learn it. But and then they account it to the level of the brain, the baby's brain's level of plasticity is what the scientists call it, that allow a little baby to be able to take in language and learn it and everything. Because of the vastness of language, it's typically, people understand it's hard to learn a foreign language. Well, anyway, that's how scientists explain it to us. But I guess back in the day, back in the biblical times, they would just think it was just, man is a creature of the nature of God and godliness. And so that was probably kind of what sprang through when witnessing little children learning and taking in a vast field of information such as that language is. But back to what we were talking about with these clones. So half the time when you're watching a source of media, whatever you want to refer to as media, anything through a traditional modern media outlet, TV, radio, movies, half the time you're watching is a clone, or 90% of the time. I can't confirm exactly all of the, for instance, journalists that are where we as clone center slaves were consciousness transferred into them to make their pieces. They're still recycling material that we made 30 years ago, right? That's been sitting on the shelf at the clone center because a lot of these people's manager for whichever celebrities that have clones that are based on original men and women. And when I say original, meaning that the man or the woman celebrity is actually still physically alive, that they were alive when their clone was created. They would have more control